Hello. Welcome to my channel, AH for Truth. All right, I wanted to get on here and just do this quick video. I'm going to title it "The Fundamentals Have Not Changed." The fundamentals have not changed. Here's my dog wanting to get a part in the video. So he is fundamental. This is a fundamental dog. His name is Bear. Okay, so what am I talking about? XRP. The fundamentals have not changed. I was driving into the city yesterday and I had a conversation with my wife because we always talk about these things. Back up. We always talk about these things and we talk about how, it's really interesting and mind-boggling how people switch emotions so easily. Like this morning, XRP was at $2.58. I saw it go up to 280 last couple of days, 270 something, to whatever. Those who are trading are not complaining. Those who have watched this asset over time are not complaining. Those who bought at 30 cents each a few years ago are seeing themselves up by more than 5 times, about 7 times, right? And some have taken profit. But I want to talk about, some of the concerns that people have. Like, you hear people wailing and like, oh, the price, oh, this and that. And sometimes they don't even look at the whole market to see what is really happening. Okay. But I want to say some things, and that is in respect to the fact that the fundamentals for this digital asset have not changed. What are those fundamentals I'm talking about? Right? When you look at, like in the stock market, I hate comparing the crypto space to the stock market, but there are certain things that we can learn, right, from the stock market. When you talk about companies fundamental, can you imagine a company like, okay, let's even use Tesla as an example, right? Or Microsoft, or any of these Fortune 500 companies, and years ago you bought at $1, $1.50, and the company was, you're not sure where things are going to go because they are having problems. There were times when Tesla could hardly meet payroll, right? But today, that's a different story. And people who held on saw the stock go as high as $700 and now come back to half of what is what. There have been splits in some companies where people suddenly found that they had twice or 3 times the number of stocks that they initially held without having to add any more money. The fundamentals for this asset have not changed. That is XRP. What are those fundamentals? The purpose for which it was made or designed have not changed. But you see, what has happened recently is that you have a situation where, there is a lot of people between October and December who moved. They moved from, Bitcoin. They didn't leave Bitcoin. Like people who have held Bitcoin for years, they had the number of Bitcoin, maybe 5 Bitcoin, 3 Bitcoin, whatever. And they have other assets too, or they have more, maybe 10 Bitcoins. And of course, some large holders who suddenly realized, my goodness, XRP just moved from 50 cents to like almost 3 cents. Oh, this is an opportunity. And they begin to remember all those videos they mocked. The videos where people say, oh, 589, 1,000, 10,000, 5,000. And they felt, I am missing an opportunity here to make some quick cash. These were not fundamental investors. These are, I believe in Bitcoin forever, or I believe in Bitcoin for a season, or whatever, but I don't really know about XRP. But right now, I'm going to move in and buy myself some XRP so that I can make some money. Think about it. I buy it at $2.50. I buy it at $3. I don't care. It's going to go to $5.89. It's going to go to 1,000. That's how many times do you think that is? So when people see a move like that, they move in. They become victims of the very things they've taught other people, like, oh, don't let your emotion in, but you know what? It's hard to pass a good deal. And suddenly they begin to believe in the narrative, which is, of course, true, that XRP is designed for a purpose. And at one time, when value begins to move over the ledger, the price will explode. So they think, oh, the time is now, and then they buy in. And then XRP, which has always behaved consistently in this manner, moving between, 30 cents, right, all the way to 60 cents, then back to 45, then to 50 something, and people are like, oh, this thing is not going anywhere. Then one day on July 13, there's a court case ruling, and it moved to 2023. It moves all the way from 45 to about 90 something cents in a few hours into the following day. And then what happens? It drops again. Well, I remember Economic Ninja saying, he doubled his XRP holding. There are people who are traders. They're not trading based on the Fibonacci or whatever and all of that. They trade based on, I have seen this thing keep moving up and down. You know what? I'm gonna divide my bag into 3 or 2, and I will take this particular bag and I'll sell a good portion of it or all of it, and I'll buy back in when it goes down. And some people have done that 2 or 3 times and have basically doubled or even tripled their holdings. No joke. So the fundamentals have not changed, right? So the tears you are seeing are based on these sudden emotions that are coming out, and they're going, oh my goodness, this is going somewhere. I was talking to somebody who has been holding XRP, and I said to her yesterday, I said, hold on a second. You have been holding XRP. You bought at 30 cents average, right? Between 30 and 35. She said, yes. I said, well, where are you now? At one time, you are almost at 10 times. And you're not even in US dollars, you are in Canadian dollars. I said, do you know how much it was? I remember when people in Australia were celebrating because they were almost at $5 or even over $5 Australian. And so some people who had like 50,000 units were already like in big money. It was like, oh my goodness. So I want to say this, that people who hold XRP are like people who bought a building. It's the same principle. You buy a building, you are paying a mortgage on it. In this case, we're not paying a mortgage, but the principle of holding it for long term. If you bought a house 15 years ago, say you paid $150,000 in a nice residential area, small house, you know how much it's worth today? Or let's say a median house, how much it's worth today? Based on inflation and all of that. And imagine that you've paid down the mortgage. In this case, there's no mortgage. If you've been putting away something you can afford to lose over the last 3, 4, 5 years into XRP, you've definitely averaged down. The fundamentals have not changed. I think somebody who actually makes this statement, I just remembered now, and again, I didn't copy it from him. And even if I did, what's wrong with that, right? Digital Outlook is a very consistent XRP guy. I like his videos. He's always encouraging people, because this guy has been there. In fact, my very first coaching for crypto way back in the day was with Digital Outlook. I called him up, I actually emailed him, and then we had a great time, and I've followed him ever since. So, and my wife and I have been involved in stock over the years. We've also been involved in real estate. And listen, the fundamentals have not changed. The days of 30 cents, in my opinion, are over. And by the way, even if it goes back to 30 cents, you just load up a bit more. And if you bought at $2, you know what? Average down at 30 cents. By buying 100 XRP or 10 XRP or 15 XRP or 5 XRP, you already average down. It's simple math. So the fundamentals have not changed. And there's still going to be a major flip the switch. You see, when you flip the switch in a house, it's just the beginning. And then you end up flipping the switch in different rooms. All those payment markets are going to come online and on stream. I don't think we've made a mistake. I don't think we've missed it. By the way, what you invested a while back, look at the value today and see where it is. And if you've just come in, what other investment could you have come in the last 1 year and been in profit? If you have to be flipping houses, right? If it's just a simple house you bought with mortgage and all that, it doesn't work that way. Stocks, not that way. So the fundamentals of XRP have not changed. Stay the course. If you like what you've watched so far, if this is your first time here, please subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what you think. Are you in agreement or in disagreement? If you disagree, say what you say. I'll also respond to you if I can. Well, God bless. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one.